Facebook, what's up? It's me, Evangelist Shakira. I'm coming to give you a quick word from the Lord before I get started with my day this morning. God put something in my spirit, a message for me to deliver to everyone. And I pray that it blesses you. God told me to tell you He's calling all of the ugly ducklings. He's calling all of the outcasts of the family. He's calling all of the unwanted people, the ones that weren't accepted, the black sheep, the ones that never fitted in, the ones that were the castaways. God is calling you in this season, the one that was dumped away, the ones that were forgotten about and not accepted, the ones that were talked about, the ones that was said that, oh, she was going to get pregnant before the age of 14 and wasn't going to never be nothing, or the ones who were told he's going to be locked up or dead or in jail before the age of 18. God are calling you as ministers in this season. See, He wants all the black sheep. He wants all the ugly ducklings, the ones that were picked at, the ones that were called too fat, the ones who were called ugly, the ones who didn't have the name brand shoes that to wear to school and was always picked at and called poor. God is calling you in this season. He wants the ones that were forgotten about. See, God is getting ready to raise you up to a different standard. God is getting ready to raise you up to a different level. He said, I'm calling the ugly ducklings. I'm calling the black sheep. I'm calling the ones that were forgotten about. I'm calling the ones that were never accepted. I'm calling the ones that the family beat up or treated a little bit differently just because they dressed a little different. They looked a little different. God is calling you to higher levels in this season. Watch this. What are you saying, evangelist? What I'm saying to you is that we don't have to look a certain way or dress a certain way to be accepted. God is calling the ones that have their pants sagging below their butt. God is calling the ones that don't wear a belt with their pants and being judged as a thug because their pants are hanging a little low and not up on their waist. God is calling the ones who's wearing the boy shorts out in public, and He's calling the ones who's looking like strippers and looking like whores, but really have a good heart. See, we are judging people by their outside. We are judging people because they have a mouth full of goals and tattoos. We think that they're ignorant. No. I get judged like that all the time. God is calling us to a higher level and standard. See, Christians don't have a certain look, or a good-hearted person don't have a certain look. You never know. We got to stop judging people out by the cover. Listen. God is calling a new generation in. God wants the ones that were talked about, the ones that have been beaten on, because guess what? You have a story. These days, people don't want to hear nothing about nothing. You can't tell me to stop using drugs if you've never used drugs yourself. You can't tell me to stop being a whore if you never had to sleep with men for money to take care of your children. You can't tell me that I need to stop selling drugs if you never had to struggle. See, God is calling the ones who went through that struggle. God is calling the ones who were casted away. God is calling the ones who were considered the ugly duckling. Listen, I can't tell you what it's like to be homeless if I never had to sleep out on the streets. Basically, what I'm saying to you is, listen, God is calling the unwanted people to the forefront. God is making ministers out of the strippers. God is making ministers out of the drug dealers. God is making ministers out of the ones who were locked up behind bars. How am I going to be able to tell you don't go to jail? Jail is not a place that you don't want to be if you never spent time behind bars. You've never been arrested, not even for a ticket. How can I minister to you about something that I've never been through? So God is calling to the forefront the people with real testimonies. God is calling to the forefront the people who have been through some things, because people don't want to hear nothing unless you've been through it. Think about it. What you saying, evangelist? Listen, this is what I'm saying to you. I was the outcast. I was the one they said that wasn't going to make it. I was the one that they said that was going to be locked up behind bars forever. I was the one who the police was chasing 24/7 trying to lock them up because of my actions. But guess what? A complete turnaround God has caused, and God is getting ready to do a complete turnaround for all the ones that were talked about, all the ones that was casted out, all the ones that was forgotten about, the ugly ducklings, the bastards who didn't have a father, the ones who were always talked about. God is calling you in ministry. You know why? Because you have a testimony. I pray that this bless you. Listen, you're not a mistake. Everyone has a purpose on this earth, and there's a purpose for you. Even if you haven't found it yet, Ask God, what is it you got me on this earth for? We all have a mission. We all have a purpose. I pray that this video has blessed you all. I pray that it has blessed you to another level. Listen, God is calling forth the ministers. God is calling forth the ugly ducklings. God is calling forth the men that are on the corner gambling and shooting dice. God is calling forth the ones who are breaking in houses and selling dope, and they feel like there's never going to be a change within you. Listen, God is calling you. I remember I didn't know how to eat properly. I would put my elbows on the table. I would smack with my mouth closed. God is causing a change within my life. See, we stereotype people all the time. We don't know that same one that with that mouthful of gold have a bunch of knowledge and wisdom. And the good thing about it is I not only have education and knowledge and wisdom, but I have street smarts. All of that play a role in everything. I love you all. God bless you all. Shout out to the ones who don't judge me. Shout out to the ones who following me. Shout out to the ones who sowing seeds in me. Shout out to the ones who believe that I'm good ground. Shout out to the ones who believe in the God in me. Shout out to the ones who's motivating me. I love you all, and God bless.